The Treasurer has brought down a new economic statement. It is patently obvious. Labor has lost control of the budget and it is losing control of the economy. It is the same old Labor and the same old Kevin Rudd. Today the government announced 4 new tax hikes and revenue measures. The budget is in freefall. The budget has fallen $3 billion a week over the last 10 weeks. Debt is now heading towards $400 billion. Net interest has blown out to $11.5 billion a year. That is the equivalent of 10 new teaching hospitals in Australia every year. But of most concern is the massive deterioration in the jobs market. Nearly 800,000 Australians are going to be unemployed. Labor said that their budget delivered just 10 weeks ago was about jobs and growth. Now we see unemployment rising to nearly 800,000 Australians being unemployed, and we see a significant deterioration in economic growth. If this is the state of the budget before the election, imagine what it's going to look like if Labor is re-elected. We are going to find the truth of the budget numbers only after the election and only after there is a change of government. Whenever Labor gets in trouble, they tax Australian families. The economic statement focuses on taxes, on bank accounts, taxes on motor vehicles, and the fact is, Labor can't control expenditure. The simple facts are that at no time in the 9 budgeted years of Labor does spending drop below 24.3% of GDP. Now, the last year of the coalition it was 23.1% of GDP. So this year they are spending $29 billion more than last year and $124 billion more than the last year of the Howard government. When it comes to taxes, revenue is now approaching the same level as a percentage of GDP as the last year of the Howard government. But this year, Labor is collecting still $19 billion more in taxes than last year. And the fact is, we're ending up with more debt. $400 billion, and Labor now acknowledges that they will have to break the $300 billion debt cap in the next few months. If Kevin Rudd does not call an election this weekend, he now needs to bring back the Parliament to lift the debt limit of $300 billion, which the government will break through sometime over the next few months. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have under Labor is more deficits, 8 in a row. Kevin Rudd said the first one was temporary. We have more debt, approaching $400 billion. And Labor first said it'd never go above $75 billion. Then they said it'd never go above $200 billion. Then never go above $250 billion. Then they said it'd never go above $300 billion. But it's going to break that limit. And we are seeing more taxes, 43 new or increased taxes under Labor. We're seeing more unemployment going to record levels over the last decade. We're seeing the carbon tax continuing to rise to $38 a tonne. What a con job that was from Kevin Rudd a couple of weeks ago when he said he's going to alleviate the pain for families. He even kept repeating $380 a year. But in this budget, the revenue keeps going up and up and up to $38 a tonne by 2019. The mining tax is still meant to collect $4 billion over the forward estimates, despite the fact they're revising down company tax and capital gains tax. there is a better way. And the better way comes with a change of government. Labor has no strategy. The coalition has a strategy. We are focused on strong economic growth. We are focused on job creation. We are focused on less government spending. Certainly, we are focused on fewer taxes. And ultimately, we are focused on enterprise. Because if you lift the tide, all boats will rise. And the problem is, under Labor, you can see the structural weaknesses, which reflect the fact that the Labor Party has lost control of the budget and it is losing control of the Australian economy.